Good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Kay. I am the head of lower school here at Forest, which means my job is to look after all of the year 7s and 8s and help them make that transition from primary school up into the senior school. So I had a kind of good think about what you might like to hear from me today about Forest, because I have also been here a long time. It's my 15th year, and I too feel I could talk for a very long time about Forest. I thought that actually what parents probably want is a little bit of reassurance. I think you want reassurance over what our entry procedures are, but probably reassurance over making the right choice of school. And I think that you're in a very lucky position. I think all the schools that are talking today are absolutely excellent. So in some respects, it's just about finding that right fit. So I would like to, first of all, just kind of reassure you a little bit over our kind of entry procedures. And I'm going to start off by saying that all of our dates are on our website as well, and some of these are also still to be defined a little bit because of COVID. But we are going to invite all of our applicants to interview in early December. So we interview everybody that applies to Forest School. We will interview them first of all. And there's very little that can be kind of prepared in advance for that interview. We want to see pupils be themselves. We want to see them talk about the things that engage them and interest them. It's also a chance for parents to ask some questions as well. And I really want to say that what impresses us most at these interviews are children that are confident to be their kind of authentic selves. So talking about things that they are interested in. And that's really hard at age 10. We appreciate that. But we don't want them to kind of be talking about what they think we want to hear. We honestly do want to hear about their interests and their passions. Your child will then sit the entrance exam at the start of January. We're hopeful that will go ahead in person this year. I'm sure we've all had kind of difficulties with that this year, but we're optimistic that will go ahead in person this year. And that exam is a bespoke Forest exam. It's an English paper and a maths paper as well. There are examples online. I want to reassure you again here that we want this day to be a positive experience too. We know that exams can be really challenging. We know that it can make pupils quite anxious, but we're not trying to catch them out. We want to examine them on things that we think they should have covered at prep school, at primary school, and we're not going to try to catch them out in any way in that respect. So I really wanted to say that your children should just do their best in that exam. We do have some scholarships available for academic excellence, for sports and for music as well. And there's an additional process after the entrance exam for that. So for the important bit, I think now, what is actually Forest about? Is this the right school? Are we going to look after your child? And I can reassure you that Forest has the well-being of all its students at the heart of what it does. We do also have the highest expectations of all of our pupils. So first of all, a bit about the lower school. The lower school is made up of years 7 and 8. And it's where we nurture these new students and we help them settle into senior school life. We have an excellent team of tutors and heads of house, and they're in charge of the whole pastoral care of our students, and they help to make that transition a really, really smooth one. We've got induction, we have bonding trips and buddy systems and lots of activities to make that transition really, really smooth. And we also develop a lot of leadership roles within our lower school. Just today, for example, I met with the year 8 council reps. I met with the year 7 ones yesterday, and it's really great to hear our students having those confidence opinions and being able to share their voice. Now, as a school as well, we're really proud of our GCSE and A-level results. We're keen to promote that atmosphere of independent learning. This is our Martin Centre, which is in usual times a centre for collaborative learning. And we want our pupils to strive to achieve really highly, and that starts in the lower school. That starts in year 7 and 8 at Forest. We celebrate academic success and we encourage our pupils to take responsibility for their own learning. Now, we do obviously have GCSEs and A-levels and things to prepare for, absolutely, but we want to create lifelong learners at Forest. We want them to have a mastery of skills and knowledge. We want to ensure that they can articulate how they learn, as well as just what they are learning. We do want to prepare them, obviously, for those exams, but we want to prepare them for the challenges in the future. I think it was the first speaker who talked about perhaps jobs and uncertainty about what those jobs will actually look like in the future. I think it's clear that the skills are what is important in such a fast changing world at the moment. So we do have high expectations academically, we have excellent outcomes, but we link that very much to the well-being of our students. That's what's at the core. Students that are happy, students that are thriving in all areas of their life will go on to thrive academically as well. So challenge, learning from failures, that's crucial parts of what we do at Forest. And we'll find challenge and you'll find failure at Forest alongside a lot of success. So in a world then that is increasingly competitive and pressured, and good grades are perhaps not enough anymore to get into university and to get these jobs, you have to have more skills, you have to have more experiences, and you have to have resilience, and you have to have mental strength to overcome those challenges. So at Forest, we look to nurture the whole individual. We have a whole range of clubs and societies. We have wellbeing lessons, we have talks, trips, careers advice, and we give them these transferable skills. We have a growing range of sports for our students to try. We have a wonderful leisure centre. I'm showing you pictures of our school because I know some of you haven't maybe been before. But yeah, so we have a whole range of sports, but we don't as well just cater to the elite there. We have, again, a range of musical ensembles, groups and choirs, which we're particularly proud of. And we also have put on some amazing drama productions. This one involved actually creating a whole tent, a circus tent on our school field, for example, unfortunately now replaced with COVID testing tents. But the beauty of Forest, as I said, is that you don't have to excel in any of these disciplines and the whole range of other clubs that we offer. We do want people just to participate. We have an inclusive ethos, as you can see by the numbers of participants on the stage there in this production. And we do offer from the elite down through to the novice, and our house system also allows our pupils to excel and to represent and compete and have a go. We heard a little bit that we are a diamond structure school, for example. That means that we teach our pupils in single sex classes. It also means that their house and their tutor groups are usually single sex as well. We have had to mix some bubbles in year 7 and 8 this year. But it gives the best of both worlds. It allows that single-sex education in a co-educational setting. We also, I do want to reassure you as well that we have the child's best interest at heart. We do really want to help them thrive, as you can see from our kind of well-being framework here. We want to make sure that every child knows how to look after themselves and works on improving their own well-being. It's not something you can achieve. You can't tick off being happy one day. And at Forest, we know that there's bumps in the road and there's up and downs. We absolutely know that. We want our pupils to be prepared to face those challenges. And so through our wellbeing education lessons and through a lot of the clubs and things that we do, we hope that we can make our pupils, these adults that are prepared for the next step. So this hopefully has reassured you a little bit that a Forest education will prepare your child not just for A-levels and GCSEs, but for a world outside of those school gates. So I hope you've had a little taste about what our kind of ethos is at Forest. But I think the biggest thing to reassure you is that we, just like all these schools here, are here to look after your child and to make sure that they grow into fully well-rounded adults. So I think this was also said, but yeah, do get in touch with us via admissions or have a look on our website if you have any questions. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.